Hey guys, Dave, Keto Jew, preparing a Valentine's Day dinner, a little bit different today than the normal stuff. So what we have here, we have a hot frying pan, cold frying pan. The hot frying pan has some bacon lard in it, if you want to show. I melted some bacon lard in there, it's ready to go. Then here we have mixed and sliced, pre-microwaved mix of Brussels sprouts and broccoli. We have some cream cheese sliced up, bacon crushed up, fresh garlic, heavy cream, sharp cheddar, and a little bit of flavored garlic lovers. For the meat, we have some ribeye chopped up into little pieces with a little bit of bacon lard, balsamic vinaigrette, and for just a little bit of different flavor, Flavor God Caribbean jerk. That's already on there. So what we're going to start is, as you can see, the bacon lard is very hot already. Throw in the Brussels sprouts and broccoli. We can pretty much right away throw in this great fresh garlic. Throw in a little bit more Flavor Guard garlic lovers, because it has not just garlic but a bunch of other yummy seasoning to it. Bacon goes in, and at this stage you can drop in your cream cheese, which is one full brick of cream cheese. I like to slice it up. That way, once we start mixing it, it mixes easier. Then I'm using sharp cheddar today. You can just eyeball, that's about quarter to half a cup.
How much heavy cream are you putting in?
It ends up being about half to 3/4 of a cup, but you can put in more. What I'll do is I'll start mixing it, and the heavy cream, when it heats up, kind of gives it a liquid base to start melting the cream cheese. And as you can see, for the amount of veggies I've in here, because this is actually 2 full packs of veggies, it's not enough heavy cream. So I'm going to add some more heavy cream, some more cheddar, and keep in mind, normally we make the Brussels sprouts with just 1 pack of Brussels sprouts. This is a full pack of Brussels sprouts and a full pack of broccoli. So the important part here, make sure all of the cream cheese gets mashed up. And also,
What kind of heat? What temperature?
so on my electric stove I have it 6.5. So medium high. You know, you can kind of adjust it to your stove. You don't want it to where if you let it sit like this, it's gonna burn. But you want it so it'll bubble a little bit and melt. So once you've got it about here, fire up your other pan with nothing in it. You don't need to prep anything in there because all your cooking stuff, the fats and everything, is already on the steak sitting. So that's warming up. You can keep stirring this around. And the important part here is to try get as much of the cheese melted. But what I do, I don't actually serve out of here. I have a separate dish that once I feel this is mixed enough, and I'll show you for a double portion, it's a pretty fair sized dish. I'll put that into there and then further mix it. We're kind of at the point now where you know it'll be ready, because pretty much all of the cream cheese has been melted. Everything is moving around fairly easily, but nothing is sticking to the pan. So you can go ahead and kill that heat. Chop it. Now, because of the amount of cream cheese in there, if you could see while I'm scooping it, you would still see some little pieces of cream cheese in there, solid pieces. Not really a big deal, and you'll see why. Move this out the way, because while this is still getting hot here, it's sitting on a piece of cork. As it's on here, it's still hot in the bowl. You stir it up some more, and that's the side good to go. We can put this aside. This is nice and warm. Scoop the steak out. Now, because you're cooking the steak, basically frying the steak in bacon fat, it will look different than if you're doing it on the grill. It'll end up looking on the outside a little bit grayish, just because that's what it looks like when you fry it in fat. Keep it kind of moving around. Spread it out so that you have as much of the steak touching hot surface as possible. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I have this burner up pretty hot, but you shouldn't need to. Our stove is pretty old, and this particular burner tends not to generate as much heat. So the bubbling is just the fat in the balsamic vinaigrette burning off. It'll kind of almost deep fry it. We can move it around and you can see the gray parts, that's it cooked.
You mean the brown parts?
Brown. It's looked brown, but to me it has a kind of
You're colorblind.
It looks gray to me.
You're colorblind. If it's gray, then we have a problem, because then the meat's no good.
Okay.
It's brown. It's just not the color brown that you like from seeing it on a grill.
Exactly. It's subpar, not grilled on fire brown. So we'll let that sit a little bit.
If your meat is gray, don't eat it.
It's not delicious killed with fire color. So one thing you can do that I don't really do, if you want, there'll be some juices left over. I'm sure you could make some kind of gravy with the juices. So right about now, it hasn't been on there but a few minutes. Should be good to go. That's about how much juice is left over. And it's done. We have the steak, which didn't take too long. And our sides. Very high fat content, thank you to the cream cheese, the heavy cream and the cheese. You've got your dietary fiber from broccoli and Brussels sprouts, and your protein from the ribeye.
It's brown, not gray.
From the browned ribeye. And that's it. Thank you for watching the Keto Jew Cooking Valentine's Day dinner, and I hope you guys have a good Valentine's Day.